This video made me absolutely furious. You can see in the video that a mother goes to accept a gift from a passerby in a car. Some guy in a car. I would assume that the mother knows this man, and that is why, she just walked up and even accepted the gift in the first place. Evil exists, ladies and gentlemen, and we've been seeing attacks on women, chemical-borne attacks on women, more and more these days. There's another report of a woman walking back to her car, going to grab a napkin that was shoved in her car handle. She, fortunately, with her fingernails, pulled it out and dropped it, and her whole arm went numb, and she had to get rushed to the ER because she was passing out. It's becoming more and more important and imperative not to trust people, places, and things. Fortunately for this woman, this man who was bent on kidnapping her child for who knows what, the mom came out and the man decided to flee at that point in time. But the reality of this kind of tactical protection review that I'm making here is, women, you're being hunted. Understand. And this is something that I've said to my 5 sisters and every woman in my life, and this is why I make the Tactical Protection Review series for civilians, for females that maybe don't realize the art of protection, don't realize that 80 to 90% of what it takes to protect yourself is all up here. It's being able to see through the matrix. It's being able to use situational awareness, but not just situational awareness, but like, what does that mean? How does that look? I want to encourage you guys to go to my YouTube channel. I've got over 100 free videos like this where I talk about how to survive and how to overcome attacks of this nature. But anyways, we see here this man gives her a doll, and this doll has some type of chemical agent on it that's designed to incapacitate her just long enough for him to steal her child. And it's such a pervasive, and it's such a powerful attack. I want this video to get out so that more and more people are aware of it, because in the end, if we're going to have a safer world, we need good people to be more willing, capable, and prepared to deal with things like this. Another suggestion is carry Narcan. You can order Narcan off the internet. You can order Narc. You can get a hold of it. It's readily available. It is kind of like the antidote to some of the drugs that you find on the streets that are corrosive to you and can incapacitate you very quickly. But the reality is, still and yet, you've got to be aware. You've got to be aware that people are doing attacks like these. I saw another attack where a girl was given a rose, and the rose had some chemical agent in it. She sniffed the chemical agent, and boom, she was starting to feel like she was being incapacitated. So there are different attacks, chemical-borne attacks, and we must fight these attacks with awareness. So share this video. Ladies, I believe you should be the most highly trained demographic in our society with regards to the art of protection, because people are hunting you. We have the human trafficking epidemic that's taking place, which is one of the largest industries in the world. So you have one of humanity's most sought after natural resources, and people are after it, and they stand to make quite a lot of money by taking advantage of you, yours, and your children. So invest in your security, invest in your safety. Watch all the free videos that I develop, that other trainers develop. Go out, get some training, arm yourself, be empowered. Understand that guns, while they are scary, are the ultimate equalizer. They're force multipliers that can allow you to save the lives of yourself and your loved ones. And if you do not have a strong man in your life who loves you and is here to protect you, keep in mind that you are the protector, and the responsibility to cultivate the one skill set that may stand between you, yourself, and your loved ones, the art of protection, the onus, simply stands and falls with you. Now, for a quick lesson, people talk about situational awareness. Situational awareness, you need my situational awareness. What does that actually mean? How do we make that matter to the average person, right? So I talk about a few different components. Context. What's the context of what you're doing and where you are? This poor young woman is going outside in the dark at nighttime. Context. That means that there is an increased level of risk, and there's possibly even threats around. So you should elevate your awareness. Hey, I'm going to a house party. There's people I don't know that are going to be there. I should be a little more aware. So context is the first one that I always talk about. Context, tactical positioning. where am I in the world? Like, where am I in this environment right now? I've got my back up against the wall. I don't have to worry about anything behind me. I can see the door. I have visual mastery of my environment. But first and foremost, that context is bad. I'm going outside by myself in the dark at nighttime with my kid. Okay, maybe I leave the kid inside. Maybe I don't go outside. Hey, bring this, you have a gift for us? Cool, bring it by tomorrow at lunchtime, right? These are easy things to consider after the fact, but if we live our lives this way, we organically and naturally live a safer overall quality of life, right? Tactical positioning. Where am I in the world? I've got my back up against the wall. I've got visual mastery of my environment. It's very easy for me to be able to see a threat coming and make my own decisions based on what's taking place in my environment. Rolling risk assessment. What's the risk in my environment? What are my actions doing to increase risk? What are other people doing in my environment to increase that risk? And then finally, always have a plan. So that's kind of the 4 ways I break down situational awareness, So boom, first and foremost, understand the context of what you're doing and the risks associated with that. Tactical positioning. Where am I at in the world? Where have I placed myself? And I'm stacking tactical advantages based on that positioning. Rolling risk assessment. I'm always reassessing my environment for risk. What are my actions doing? Are they elevating the risk? What are the actions of other people doing? Are they elevating our risk? Is anything turning into an actual threat? And then finally, have a plan. What's my plan if the thing that might go wrong actually does? Do I have an escape route already picked out? Do I have force multipliers with me that I can pull out and that I can use to save my life? Where did I park my vehicle? All these different things. Have a plan. If you live this way, you'll lead a safer life organically. So, hey, hit the link in my bio. See all the ways that you can train with me. Come out and get training with us at the Protector Symposium or the League of Executive Protection Specialists. We love to train you guys. We're civilians, professional protectors, but we're civilians that protect civilians, so civilians are always invited. But be aware, most of all, that evil does exist and that people are out there looking to victimize the weak, as they always are, and that protectors are the white blood cells in the body of humanity. I'm Byron Rodgers, protector by nature and by trade. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next piece of content out in the field or training together. Out. Boom.